Hair transplant. What is hair transplant? Hair transplant is transplanting the hair from one part of the body to another part of the body. Usually males also are candidates, females also can be candidates for hair transplant. The most commonly sought after donor area is the back of your head, and from there we transfer it to the front of the head. What are the different ways of transplanting? One is scarless and one is with scar. Nowadays we don't follow the scarred transplants, we just go with the scarless hair transplant. In this scarless hair transplant we call it as FUE, follicular unit extraction. Here what happens, we don't put a scar, we just pluck the hair and then place it in the front. So this is a better way, and if at all we remove 100 hair from behind, 95 hair usually succeeds. And if at all in the other way where the scar FUT we call it, if you remove 100 hair, around 60 to 70 hair only will survive. And what exactly is the longevity of the hair transplant? How long will the hair last? Usually the transplanted hair would last for up to 25 years easily for a patient. Because why it will last for 25 years? You should understand why the hair loss happens. The most sought after hypothesis for the hair loss in the frontal area is because of a hormone called as DHT, dihydroxytestosterone. So a patient whose testosterone hormones are at a higher level will lose the hair in the front. But the same does not apply to the back of the head. In the back, those follicles are resistant to this hormone testosterone. So usually when we bring the back hair to the front, it usually comes with the property of the occipital area. But sometimes what happens, over a period of time, they say that also becomes the frontal area. Also, what you need to take care of is the existing hair that is still sensitive to the hormone testosterone, and that may fall. What happens here, it's our duty to maintain the already existing hair with the help of some growth factor concentrate injections or PRPs or some medicines or some topical solutions and things like that. There are many ways in which you can restore the hair, or you can safeguard your existing hair. So what is the sequence of a hair transplant? The hair transplant usually is done on a single day, or sometimes we call it as a mega session. We do it in 2 days. Generally around 2500 to 3000 hair follicles can be extracted in one single day, on an average I am telling. And if it is a mega session, it should be done on 2 days, where each number of days, 2500 to 3000 hair follicles should be extracted and transplanted. What are the rules? What are the precautions to be taken? What exactly happens after hair transplant? Generally, post hair transplant, you are not allowed to go into the sunlight for a longer time for the first 10 to 15 days. Even if you go to the sun, just wear a protection and then go out. Then you have to hydrate your scalp every 2 hours for the first 7 days. And some people, 2 or 3 out of 10 may end up with a little facial swelling on the forehead over a period of 3 to 4 days. That also will vanish. Can you work post hair transplant? Obviously you can work. You can go to your job and you can wear a head cap and then work there, or some people carry it off with a bandana and things like that. And only thing is, the scabs will be formed on the head, which will eventually fall down over a period of few days. So the aftercare, how to wash your head, all those things are very simple. Usually what we follow is first 4 days we advise patients not to wash their head thoroughly with some soap water. 4 to 15 days we just ask them to gently clean it up with a clean soap water, and 15 days later they can come under direct shower. What are the don'ts? You cannot do vigorous exercise for the first 20 days, and you cannot do a hair coloring for the first month and then or maybe first 2 months. And then generally the medicines which we follow after the transplant is just little vitamins, and little topical solutions also may be given over a period of time. And these are not lifetime medicines, usually 6 months to 7 months you may take these medicines. And to hasten the growth, we may have to give something called as growth factors, but not everybody needs it. 3rd month of the hair transplant, for the next 3 months, 3rd, 4th and 5th month, we can still kickstart the hair growth by using the growth factor concentrate. So now we should understand that they have weddings in the next month and they come, can you give me a hair? So we cannot do that. Generally, what is the sequel of a hair growth? Usually we shave the hair and then we take out the donor area and then transplant the hair. First month usually it may vanish. All the follicles will shed, and 3 months to 4 months we see some sort of a hair growth happening. The full blown results will be after 8 to 9 months. This is general thumb rule of a hair transplant. And who is the candidate? Males can be done, females also we do hair transplant, unless they are having some severe medical conditions like uncontrolled diabetes or uncontrolled autoimmune disease. Otherwise, hair transplant is quite safe because it's your own hair which is transplanted from one area to another. So we have seen a lot of success story with a lot of patients who get a lot of confidence post hair transplant, and they're so happy about the transplant. So we may give vitamins or we may not give vitamins. So now females, there are a lot of females where we do hair transplants as well, and there are many other technologies, as you know, some laser stimulation of hair, then medicines, then you have topical solutions and other things. These are all not mandatory post hair transplant, but for some days we may have to give you and to kickstart the whole process.